Alright, this one I'm going to narrate for you. So first thing we do is we just take a pair of diags and we're just going to break off all this plastic around the outside of your OEM Nissan speaker shell. Now this originally was the speaker for your Nissan, and our goal is to get rid of the lower quality Nissan speaker and replace it with a better 6.5 inch speaker. Now I used a modern Blaupunkt 6x5 two-way to replace my Nissan OEM speakers, and I'm not going to say that these Blaupunkts are any better than what originally came with my Nissan, but my Nissan speakers are 2005 model year, so that's pretty old in the speaker world. So we're just going to go ahead and replace them. So in case you were wondering, this is the speakers I bought. It says 4-way. I don't know if you can see the box there. It says Blaupunkt 4-way coaxial speaker. But if I were to take this speaker apart, there's no way in Boogeyman land that there are 4 working speakers in here. So if you buy a set of these, just plan on getting a 2-way speaker. And I'll show you what I mean. See those 2 little blue dots? Those 2 little blue dots are supposed to be tweeters, speakers, whatever. But really, there's a tweeter in the center, and then there's just this cone on the outside. You really, anymore, if you're paying $30 for a set of speakers, you shouldn't be expecting a nice set of speakers, simply put. So now I'm just taking my wires, and I'm going to put a little twist on them. And on your speaker, you have a wide pin and a narrow pin. The wide pin gets your positive side, and the narrow pin gets the negative. And you can look at this in your vehicle. Typically, the negative or the ground is going to be whatever color wire with the black line. This is a Nissan truck, so it might be green for positive, green with the black line for your negative. That's kind of the easy way to tell. And then because I don't like the clips, you get a better connection when you solder. So I'm just going to put just a little drop of solder on there, and that's going to make a permanent connection. And my magnet is pulling my soldering iron. That's a pretty good connection right there, if I do say so myself. So always grab it, check it. Oh, that positive's terrible. I should have let you do it. That's a little better. So always grab a hold of it and make sure that you got a good connection, and then adjust your speaker so you've got a little bit, less play in your wires. And this is not the first time that I've done this to a Nissan. So now I go a little step farther. You don't have to do this, but I like doing it just because it gets rid of any vibration. And I take a hot glue gun and I just put a bead of glue just around the diameter of this. And what this will do is just kind of like stop any excess vibration. So we line our speaker up, we make it look like it's almost center in there, and then we just hold it down. We just apply some pressure for a little bit, just till this hot glue decides that it is not going to be hot any longer. And we got our drill. We're going to drill a hole in here. So there's our first hole. With your speakers comes these long screws, and I mean long screws. There's no need for screws this long. I'm not sure what they're expecting you to drill into with screws this long. But we'll put the first one in to hold it into place. And let's see, I'm going to put a screw here, and I'll put a screw there. If 3 screws doesn't hold this speaker in when you're going down the road, then you might want to get your tires balanced. But I have faith in the hot glue. I use hot glue for everything. If your wife's one of those artsy, crafty people, you know, don't be too much of a man to go in there and ask her to borrow her hot glue gun. Hot glue is awesome. Alright, so there's our speaker in the original speaker enclosure that came with your truck. Now let's go put it into the truck. So there's my car, there's my truck I'm working on. We got to walk around to the other side. There's the one I just did in another video. I'm going to narrate that one later. This is just a video that I'm going to narrate now, so I can just upload it to YouTube's. So over here on the other side of the truck, after we've got through the maze, so you should be able to see that. So here's our connector, our OEM connector. You see I didn't have to splice into my wires. And I'm just going to plug my wire harness into it. There's these little pins here, and these little pins go into the door. There's a hole here and a hole there, and that lines it up because in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, where these trucks are made, apparently they're just not smart enough to line the speaker up with the door housing. But at least the Japanese were intelligent enough to give those yahoos in Tennessee something to line up with so the speaker goes into the door decent every time. So there you go. That is your speaker installed into your Nissan Frontier rear door. The front door is easy enough to do, right? Because all it is a 6x9 in the front door. So pretty much any 6x9 is going to fit in the front door. Just buy a 6x9 and it'll go. 6.5 is a perfect fit for these back doors. It sounds pretty good too. I do not have high hopes for these crappy blop hunks, but this is my beater truck. I bought this just to stomp around in the woods with. The last Frontier I did was a 2018 Midnight, and I actually put pile drivers in it, and they sounded really good. So the last 2 speakers I have to go in this truck are the 2 dash speakers, and I went ahead and ordered 3.5 inch for the dash. I'm hoping they fit. It's about 3/4 of an inch larger than what's in there now, and if I remembered correctly, the last time I did it up front, I had plenty of room in the dash for a bigger speaker. So I'm hoping to get better sound in the dash as well. That'll be another video. Those speakers were supposed to arrive today from Amazon, but you know how Amazon is. I'll be lucky if I get it this week. So thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know if there's anything you want to see on this truck. I'm almost done with it. By the end of this week, I should be ready to drive it. I've already got the new BF Goodrich trail terrains on there. I've got a few other parts. I got a new center console. That thing just blew up in my hand when I pulled it off to replace the radio. So thanks for watching.